Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of love. Get ready for 10 mind-blowing scientific facts that will change the way you think about romance. But guess what? Love is also a complex chemical reaction happening right inside our brains. And just like any good science experiment, there are rules and patterns we can observe and learn from. So buckle up, because we're about to explore the science of love. Let's get started. Have you ever felt that rush of excitement when you're around someone you have a crush on? That's your brain releasing a cocktail of chemicals. Dopamine, oxytocin, and norepinephrine create a feeling of euphoria, kind of like a natural high. This feeling is so powerful, it can be addictive. Brain scans of people in love show activity in the same areas of the brain that light up when someone takes addictive substances. So yes, love is like a drug, but the good news is, it's a natural one with some pretty amazing side effects. It's the combination of these chemicals, our personal experiences, and our individual brain chemistry that create the unique feeling we call love. So the next time you feel your heart skip a beat, remember those powerful chemicals working their magic. It's like your brain is saying, hey, I like this person. Let's keep them around. And that, my friends, is the power of love. We've all heard the saying, two hearts beating as one. Turns out there's actually some truth to that. Studies have shown that when couples are physically close to each other, their heartbeats can actually synchronize. It's pretty amazing. Imagine, two hearts, beating in perfect harmony. Scientists believe this synchronization is triggered by the release of oxytocin. You know, that cuddle hormone we talked about earlier. Oxytocin promotes feelings of closeness and bonding, and it seems to play a role in regulating our heart rate as well. When you're in close proximity to your partner, your bodies pick up on subtle cues from each other, like breathing patterns and heartbeats. These cues then influence your own physiological responses, leading to this incredible synchronization. Even just being in the same room or holding hands can be enough to trigger this phenomenon. Pretty cool, right? It's just another example of the amazing ways love can connect us on a physical and emotional level. Ever heard the phrase, love conquers all? Well, it turns out love might actually conquer pain. Studies have shown that being in love can actually increase our pain tolerance. That's right, love can be a natural painkiller. When we experience love, our brains release endorphins, which are natural pain relievers. Endorphins interact with the same receptors in the brain as opioid pain medications, blocking pain signals and producing feelings of euphoria and well-being. And it's not just physical pain that love can help us cope with. Love can also provide emotional support and comfort during tough times, making us feel safe, secure, and better equipped to handle challenges. So it's no wonder that people in loving relationships often report feeling happier and healthier overall. Love really is good for the mind, body, and soul. Is love at first sight just a fairy tale, or is there some science behind that instant spark? Research suggests that we can decide if we're romantically interested in someone within a fraction of a second. That's faster than you can say love at first sight. Scientists believe this initial attraction is based on a combination of factors, including physical appearance, body language, and even scent. Our brains are constantly scanning our surroundings for potential mates, and when we encounter someone who checks our boxes, so to speak, our brains light up like a Christmas tree. This doesn't mean that every case of love at first sight leads to a lifelong romance. But it does suggest that our brains are wired to make snap judgments about potential partners based on limited information. So, the next time you feel that instant connection with someone, don't dismiss it as just a silly crush. It might be your brain telling you that this person is worth getting to know better. This one might sound a little strange, but hear me out. Studies have shown that the brain activity of people in love shares some similarities with the brain activity of people with obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD. Now, before you jump to conclusions, this doesn't mean that love is a mental illness. It simply means that the intense feelings of obsession and preoccupation that are common in the early stages of love can manifest in similar ways in the brain as OCD. For example, people in love often report intrusive thoughts about their partner, a strong desire to be near them, and a tendency to overanalyze their interactions. Scientists believe that both love and OCD involve changes in the levels of certain neurotransmitters in the brain, particularly serotonin. So while love and OCD are distinct conditions, the fact that they share some similarities in brain activity highlights the powerful influence of our brain chemistry on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Have you ever noticed how good it feels to cuddle up with someone you love? Well, it turns out there's a scientific reason for that. Cuddling releases oxytocin, which not only promotes feelings of bonding and connection, but also acts as a natural painkiller. That's right, a good cuddle session can actually help alleviate pain. Oxytocin interacts with our body's opioid receptors, blocking pain signals and producing feelings of relaxation and well-being. Studies have shown that cuddling can also help reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep quality. So there you have it, scientific proof that cuddling is good for you. So go ahead and get your cuddle on. Chapter 7. Love makes you healthier. They say love is the best medicine, and you know what? They might be right. Studies have shown that being in a loving relationship can actually lead to better health and a longer life. Being in a loving relationship provides us with a sense of belonging, purpose, and support, which can have a positive impact on our mental and emotional well-being. And as we all know, a healthy mind leads to a healthy body. Studies have shown that people in loving relationships tend to have lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol levels, and stronger immune systems. They're also less likely to engage in risky behaviors, such as smoking or excessive drinking. So it seems that love really does have the power to heal. Of course, this doesn't mean that single people are doomed to a life of poor health, but it does suggest that having a loving partner by our side can provide us with a range of physical and emotional benefits that can contribute to a longer, healthier life. Chapter 8. Love changes your voice. Ever noticed how your voice changes when you talk to someone you're attracted to? Maybe you get a little higher pitched, or you start speaking more softly. Research has shown that people actually change their voice pitch when speaking to someone they're attracted to. Men tend to lower their voice pitch, while women tend to raise theirs. It's thought that these subconscious vocal shifts are an evolutionary way of signaling attraction and interest. A deeper voice in men is often associated with strength and masculinity, while a higher-pitched voice in women is associated with femininity and youthfulness. By subtly altering our voice pitch, we're essentially trying to make ourselves sound more attractive to potential mates. We might also adjust our speaking rate, volume, and even our choice of words when talking to someone we're attracted to. So, the next time you catch yourself talking in a higher or lower register than usual, pay attention to who you're talking to. It might just be your subconscious giving you a little nudge in the right direction. Chapter 9. Love is inherited? Can you inherit a broken heart? Not exactly, but it turns out that our genes might play a role in our love lives. That's right, love might be partially inherited. Now, before you start blaming your parents for your relationship woes, it's important to understand that genes aren't destiny. Our environment, experiences, and choices also play a huge role in shaping our romantic relationships. But research suggests that certain genetic factors can influence our predisposition to fall in love, our attachment styles, and even our likelihood of staying in long-term relationships. For example, studies have linked variations in the gene that regulates the hormone vasopressin to differences in pair bonding behavior. So, while we can't blame our genes for everything, it's fascinating to consider that our DNA might hold some clues to our romantic destinies. Chapter 10. Love is blind. We've all heard the saying love is blind, and you know what? There's actually some scientific truth to it. When we're in love, our brains release a surge of dopamine, which activates the reward pathway. This pathway is also activated by addictive substances, which is why love can feel so intoxicating. But here's the thing, the reward pathway doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if the object of our affection is a kind, compassionate soul or a total train wreck. When we're in love, our brains are flooded with dopamine, making us feel happy and euphoric regardless of our partner's flaws. This dopamine rush can also lead to a phenomenon known as rose-colored glasses, where we tend to overlook our partner's negative qualities and focus solely on their positive attributes. It's like our brains are trying to protect us from seeing anything that might disrupt our feelings of love and happiness. So, while love isn't always delusional, it does explain why we might be more forgiving and understanding of our partners when we're in love. It's all thanks to the powerful effects of dopamine on our brains. Outro, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these scientific facts about love, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.